Hello! Rover in Dabble World. Rover's already got a couple of nods in Dabble Worlds. Alright, I need to make a new project. Nothing will show up on screen yet. 3D Core. My project name is going to be Nods. We're gonna call it Ball Catcher. It's gonna be great. You guys are gonna love it. Okay, so let me paint the picture. Is Daydob's the same as Dobbs After Dark? Let's find out. Actually, you know what? I'm a little bit warm. I'm gonna shed a layer. Hold on. Wait, hang on. Hold on. There we go. It's too hot for Twitch. The shirt did change. Okay. So, at Chuck E. Cheese, there was this game that I remember. And it was that, like, a bunch of you start the game. It's not skee ball. A bunch of balls would fall down. Think pachinko, like a bunch of them, and it'd be like plinko style. You know, they'd be bouncing around. And at the bottom there was like this funnel, this flat funnel, and you would steer the funnel left and right to catch as many as you could. That was the game, and then you get tickets. Because you gotta have tickets. All right, open. Oh, project is already open. Oh, because this is hub. Oh, it's importing. There it goes. It's been spending 1:30 creating a project. Like, there's not even anything in the project yet. This doesn't bode well. Yeah. Fun with funnels. Any second now. I have a Unity splash screen that's up, but I can't interact with it. Oh. Hey, we're in. Okay. Here we go. Let's move some things around a little bit so I can actually see this better. Okay. So, all right, so we can pan. We can... Oh, okay. All right, yep. We can change our view with right-click. What seems to be... Eh, whatever. We got our light source, all this nice stuff. All right. Well, obviously, what we want to do is we want to add something. So I'm thinking what we do, we're gonna have like a back panel, a front like glass panel, and a bunch of little plinko pegs. And then we'll work on like the funnel and stuff and all this other stuff. And we're not going to do it right by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I think typically you wouldn't want any of this stuff. Seems a little big. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Boom, look at that. Beautiful. Your favorite song? Beautiful. All right. So that's we're gonna make sure we're like actually keeping track of what everything is. This is the back panel. And then we need to add a cylinder. We're gonna rotate it around the y-axis. No, the x-axis. Yep. 90 degrees. Perfect. It can intersect. Sure. Doesn't matter. Scale of it needs to be significantly smaller. Is that too? Whoa, whoops. What did I just do to this thing? Oh, whoops. That's not the one that needs. This. That looks about right. Yeah, a little peg. It's sunshine, finally. It's happening. Actually, let's give this a color. Can we give this a color? Default material. Can we override? I guess we have to actually create a material. Yeah, we'll do that later. All right, we are going to rename this to Peg. Everybody say hi to Peg. And Peg is going to become a prefab. Which is a way that we can basically say, all right, if I change one peg, it will change all pegs. All right. Which is good. We're actually gonna give this one a material. Oh, we're gonna make a folder. Oh my gosh, Germ Dove. Going crazy, just points all willy-nilly. Where did my thing go? Can't seem to click on it. There it goes. You know what? You know what is a lot of fun? Turtle Stream with text-to-speech. I didn't get to spend a lot of time in the most recent one, but it was very fun. All right, we're gonna create a material. And it'll be, I don't know, brown, silver. Silver could be cool. Like glossy, metallic. Yes, make it metallic. Make it just make it straight up metal. There we go. Easy. Done. We have a material. We're gonna call this metal. All right, and now we can open our peg. And then we want to apply the metal to it. Is that? No, material. Material. How do I, wait. Oh, wait, do I just throw it onto this? Ah, okay, that works. Yeah, that applies it automatically to the mesh renderer. Perfect. Wait, no, I didn't do it right. I applied it to the single peg instead of the prefab. All right, how do I open? There we go. That's how you open the prefab. There we go. And now I can return. And now peg is metal just because peg is supposed to be metal. Cutscenes for this Chuck E. Cheese game. Please do not. The Chuck E. Cheese game. All right. So now we should be able to copy paste this. And the second one, we can just like scoot it over to the side. Oh, that's gonna be too far. One. Yeah, just like that. Copy another pair of these over. 2. 3. Copy this one over. -1.
I can't believe you forger.
For gore. Save it. Okay, let's actually put these in an empty object, because I think that means we can collapse it and then copy paste it and then move the whole thing up. Oh, except I do want this to be 0, 6, 0, -2. There we go. Now we'll copy paste it. And this one, we're just gonna bring it up by 1 and left a half. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's about what we want. We're not worried about everything being perfect yet. They are. Do not worry about that. Nobody's playing on the backside. Shut up. Shut up. Actually, that is weird, right? That is weird. Why is that happening? Why is that -x? Why is that -x? Is there something about the rotation of these individually that I should be taking note of? Is it because of the 90 degrees? It might be because of the 90 degrees rotation. I don't care at this point. Oh wait, that's +x? Oh. I was thinking, okay, all right. My z and my x are mixed up. It's like I don't know how to use Unity. What? No, that's weird to think that. And then we could copy paste both of these and then pull them up. Except, you know, better. 8 and 9. There, look at this nice little Plinko board here. Ignoring the fact that this one's missing one. We should duplicate. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna make sure that this one has an extra one in it. Peg 5 is here. Oh geez, these numbers are bad. Ugh. Do I care? I care. I do kind of care. I'm sorry. Don't put your... Yeah, good advice. Good advice. What if I just take him out? Does that fix the numbers? No, it doesn't. All right, I'm gonna fix these numbers. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna make sure all the numbers are nice, neat little integers, and everybody's gonna be happy with that. 3. Whoa. 3. 2. 1. I mean, it's mostly so I can hear the one from Paint again. Let's be totally honest. Can you blame me? Okay. Duplicate this whole thing. Bump it up by 1. Bump it left. Left. Delete that one. Okay. Let's create a new empty object. We're gonna call it 2 peg rows so that it includes both offset things. Here's our issue here. We want to make sure this initially is zeroed out before we add things underneath it. And now we can duplicate this whole thing and bump it up by 2. Easy. Does anybody know the Chuck E. Cheese game? Floating points. Does anybody know the Chuck E. Cheese game I'm actually talking about here? 3D object. Sphere.
Boy, Turtles TTS stream sure was fun.
Yes, As a matter of fact, it was. I don't know what the confusion is here. All right, we want to scale this down quite a bit. Is that small enough? Focus. Well, that seems to work. You know what? Let's see what. Oh wait, hang on. I need to give this physics. I need to give this a rigid body. Right? That's a thing, right? Yeah, rigid body. Boom, done. Use gravity. Yes. Constrain. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I want to constrain the z-axis. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, see, that's not a very good view there, is it? Let's move that camera. Oh, the camera's over there. Oh. Well, that would do it, huh? All right, hang on. Cancel that. Camera. Wait, how did our camera get so turned around then? Oh, look at that. We've been looking at the back this whole time. All right, bring this sphere up then. Is that accurate? I don't know. Bring it back. Bring it up. Sure, that's fine. All right, let's see what happens when we play. Oh, nice. That's what happens. It drops and lands perfectly centered right there. Okay, let's just move it a little bit over. Okay, it fell. That's good. There we go. There's the jam. So the idea is we're gonna have a lot of these. I'm gonna see if I can find that Chuck E. Cheese game. Chuck E. Cheese, I think it primarily featured the big purple thing. The big purple character. Anybody? No. The ball, no. Ball. Plinko. No. Come on. Surely somebody has just a big list of every Chuck E. Cheese arcade game. I don't think the purple guy was a rat. Let's see here. It's like a arcade ball game catcher. Nope. Nobody knows what this is. The purple guy. Okay. So that's an example sphere. Oh, you know what? We should make those look nice, shouldn't we? So we're gonna give it a new material, and we're gonna call it ball. And we're gonna give it a specific color. Make it nice and matte red. Actually, they should probably be a random color, but we're gonna start with all of them being red, not metallic. They should be a little bouncy. Can we? Oh, that's something special. That's a physics object, isn't it? Do I have to specify? I want a physics material. Is that something? Physics material. Yeah. Call this bouncy. Bouncy material. And we can just say, hey, this is bouncy. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, 0.7 bounciness. That sounds great. Yeah, friction, bounce. I don't know. Go for it. Sphere. Sphere is now red. Sphere is now bouncy. Whoops, I made it metal instead. Sphere is now red again. Sphere is bouncy and red. Okay, so now what happens when it's extra bouncy? Whee! Oh, that's fun. No, the pegs are static until we give them a rigid body. They have a collider. I mean, wrapping my head around 3D physics is rough, but like, luckily, the 2D physics are basically the same, but with less variables to worry about. And so the thing that I'm having to separate out is that you have a collider, which is basically a zone of influence. It's the idea that, like, I am creating solidity in the world. And then rigid body is saying this thing is also reacting to physics, such as gravity and collisions. The pegs can carry their stats across scenes. I mean, yes. Yeah, because they are a prefab, I can... Oh, wait, what? They're static. Thank you. That's where... I was like, wait a second. Carry across scenes. We've talked about this recently. So we're probably going to create an object that can just create these balls. What? All right. List of Chuck E. Cheese arcade games. Oh, fandom. Let's see what we got here. All right. This is it. This is just a picture, small little pictures of every Chuck E. Cheese arcade game. Now I just got to look at all of them. This can't be all of them. There's no way this is all. That's not all of them. Come on now. Come on, random fanon article thing that's nowhere near, like, a single Chuck E. Cheese probably has more than this. It's not it. I mean, I guess I don't want to like perfectly replicate it. All right, let's make the catcher. Let's make the catcher part. Look, the Chuck E. Cheese fandom is a big deal around these parts. All right, so we're gonna create a parent object for it. And then we're gonna create, this is not how you're supposed to do this. What's going on here? I'm just way too far out, aren't I? Can I move by a certain amount? Is that what this will let me do? Position, Z, 10. Yeah, that'll move everything by 10. Okay, that's fine. Why are those pegs over there now? What happened? What happened to you guys? Why are you guys all the way over there now? What? What? Oh, it's because I set everything's offset to 10. Did I? I get, but like, did this get set to? No, this didn't get set to 10. How did that happen? All right, so you guys both need to have an offset of 0. Rogue pegs. So that'd be -10. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the train wreck here. All right, hold on. Undo that. What is this one's position? This one's at Z10 right now. And it should not be. I want this to be at Z0. That's Z0. Oh. Wait, why is it... Okay, all right, hold on. Let's undo all these changes I've been doing. Why did this cube get created here? Is that just where my window is focused or something? Oh, it's probably because this was created at, like, something ridiculous. Okay, this empty object is here. Now I'm going to create a cube. Scoot it up just a little bit. All right, and we're gonna do some zany stuff with this thing. First off, we're gonna make it metallic. Catcher fin. All right, we are going to flatten it. Pretty thin, pretty thin. We are going to rotate it around the Z-axis, 45 degrees. And then we're gonna move it. Yeah, sure, right there. No, keep it centered for now. So zany. Just move it up a bit. Up one and left one. Is that enough? All right, let's move the other. Let's make another catcher fin. Except this one rotates the opposite direction. Yeah. And so it needs to be at -1. Yeah, so this is the idea. Is that you got this little catcher here that you're using to catch all the things. It really puts the fun in funnel. Boy, gosh golly, it sure does. Okay, and there's going to be a... Ooh, is this bouncy? Maybe this is bouncy, I don't know. Let's actually stretch this out to make these a little bit wider. There we go. Oh yeah, this is basically exactly it. And then we need to create a... So we need to create like a trigger zone. We're gonna say it's a cube right in the middle. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna pull that out here so that it's at negative whatever. I don't know. What are these at? Negative 1.8. Why are these at negative 1.8? That's such a bizarre number, right? Okay, just like this, but also a little flat. Oh, a little flat. And a little bit higher up. Basically, the idea is that it'll only happen when they're in there. Okay, I do not want this one to be visible. Do not render it. Ah, there we go. And then I need to... Ah, here we go. Collider, it's a trigger. So this means that it no longer causes collisions with objects, but it can still activate logic. And we're gonna do that. Catcher trigger. We're gonna do that later. Okay, so now these are all in one big object that can move around as a whole. See that? We're not gonna worry about well, if it bounces out of the top and back in, it doesn't count. But if it bounces all the way and hits the trigger, that's when we're gonna actually like delete it from the game and count that as a point. Pixel, baby steps. What was that? Chuck E. Cheese Munch arcade game. I'm certain this was a thing. Maybe it wasn't themed around that guy. Let's say Chuck E. Cheese Plinko arcade game. What if this was like some weird... Oh, there was actually an official Plinko game. Well, that's gonna muddy up the results. Chuck E. Cheese ball arcade game. Not skee ball, and not the one where you throw the balls in the guy's mouth. We're not talking about that. Look, when okay. For me, Chuck E. Cheese was like, that was the big birthday deal, you know? And so it was a very formative experience. And so my brain soaked up certain key details, such as specific Chuck E. Cheese arcade games from the 90s. It was definitely balls. It was definitely balls. And they were probably about an inch in diameter or so. Actually, the pegs are probably too far apart. The story. Ah, yes, the story. Well, you see, first of all the arcade games come to life at night and kill everyone. We win! Okay. Let's see, what should we do next? Let's actually get programming here. Let's make the catcher move. So we need to add logic to this catcher parent object. So we tell it we want to do a new script called, we're gonna call it catcher move. Technically, it could just be, we'll just call it player move. This is just gonna be a script that runs when the player uses left and right. Stream over, that was it. All right, so it's creating the script. It's launching Visual Studio. No, it's not. Never mind. We haven't gotten that far yet. Let's create a folder to put our scripts in. Player move. And now we will edit this. Now Visual Studio is opening. Okay, and now I'm gonna be kind of just like playing it by ear a little bit. We're going to ignore start. Updates. This is every frame. We are gonna say, what would it be like? Input. Oh, do you really have to do this for every project? Okay, cool, Unity. I love that. Edit preferences. External script editor, Visual Studio, regenerate project files. That took me probably a solid hour to figure out. Now do I now have to, I think I do have to actually reopen the script. Wait a minute, this isn't Game Builder Garage. I did show you, yeah, I showed you guys my all-time favorite Game Builder Garage clip that GQ did. Game Builder Garage is the Mario Maker of game building software. You know, it's got these nice, colorful graphics and fun little things to plug into each other. It's great. But like all engines, you're kind of stuck with building the game that their engine most readily supports, or doing a massive amount of work to convince the engine to do something that you want it to do. That's kind of why I like building things from the ground up, from scratch, because I know exactly what I want to do, and I'm going to do the bare minimum amount of engine work to make that happen. All right. Input dot, no, wait. Input is input, no, all right. Am I gonna have to look it up? Input is button. Oh. Input dot get key Returns true while the user holds down the key identified. Perfect. You know what? We're hard coding this. We're hard coding this. Let's see here. And then D for positive 1F. Else. Yep. Perfect. Never been to or seen a Chuck E. Cheese. Ooh. The greatest. Yeah, it was good. Kiwi! Welcome aboard. Okay, now we need to do fixed update. All right. So there's like multiple different update handlers you can kind of click into. I know I never stream at this time of day. My wife is out of town, and I've been basically watching my kid solo since yesterday morning. And my in-laws have graciously taken my child to lunch today. So I have the house to myself. I can stream, and I'm not getting on anybody's nerves. All right, so here's the deal. Update is called once per frame, but that is independent of the... that is independent from the physics update. So the once per frame, that depends on the player's rendering frame rate. Fixed update gets called once per physics update, or 100 times per second. So the physics always update 100 times a second. So we always want to check, hey, every frame, grab the user's input. Now, after we've done that, every physics update, check that, and, I don't know, set, I guess we should set, ooh, wait, can we, ooh. So we want to apply a force. Shot. Apply a force, no, to the rigid body. Okay, so we actually need to get the rigid body so that we can actually do that. Private rigid body. Yeah, initialize to null. When we start this object, grab the rigid body from it. Oh man, this autocomplete is... Gosh, autocomplete stuff is getting really good these days. I don't know if you guys have noticed. That's just the predictive code stuff. Like, I just typed RB equals, and it was like, you want to call get component rigid body, don't you? And I was like, yes, thank you. Okay, RB dot force, add force. Really, I want to set velocity. Ah, here we go. Dot velocity gets a new vector 3. Back in our game, is it... What is the direction here? No, don't compile yet, please. What is the direction here? This is the X. Negative, positive. Okay. Negative is left. So we're gonna use input horizontal for our X, 0, and 0. Technically, I should be like recycling the current velocities, Y and Z, but we're not gonna do that. All right, now I think the code is done. What is happening in chat? Okay, so actually let's try it. I've already got the script tagged on the catcher, so I think we should be able to just move left and right with A and D. Nope. There is no rigid body attached to the catcher. Oh, right, because it doesn't have a rigid body. It only has a because it doesn't, it doesn't have physics. It doesn't really have physics, so I don't want to actually mess with the rigid body. I'm just gonna mess with the raw transform of this thing. Game object dot transform dot position. And I'm going to say that the new position is basically just add input horizontal. All right, here's what let's do. Private float move speed 1. That's almost certainly too much. So let's actually cut it down by like 100. And then we can just kind of do it to flavor. What's your thoughts on Unity so far? I feel like if you are making a physics game, this is exactly what you want. You know what? It's all self-contained. The physics engine is done. If you are making like a puzzle game or something, or an RPG, let's say, all right, I would build all that from scratch if I could get away with all of the 3D pipeline stuff easier. Like 3D rendering, shaders, lighting, all that stuff. I do not know enough about how all that stuff works to do it from scratch. Similarly, if I was doing, say, a platformer RPG, that would need some, like, 3D physics. And as we learned in Dabble Worlds, physics are complicated, even if you're trying to do like a very gamey kind of old school platformer. Like handling things like gravity, like customizing that, it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to have realistic arc gravity in like an old school platformer. You want to have the like big floaty jump kind of thing where you get lots of airtime and it doesn't just come down at a quadratic angle. That said, yeah, I'm still getting the hang of it. This is my first real foray into 3D. Oh, that doesn't look great. That looks weirdly wobbly. Why does that look so wobbly? Why does that look so wobbly? Is that just an artifact? Okay, that's just like an artifact on the shadow or something. It's not actually wobbly. Also, the speed... Oh, I need to... Okay, hang on. There is something else I need to do. I need to tell it that this move speed is serialized field. Now, this is something I really appreciate in Unity, is that you don't have to rebuild everything every time if you serialize the data, because now I can just change it right here and it should work. Oh, right, I need to actually play. Wobbly bodies. Oh, see, look at this. We got like a legitimate game now. All right, let's bump that up a little bit more. Let's say 5. That feels almost right. 6. Yeah, okay. Okay, good. All right. Guys, we're actually getting close here to what we need. The next big piece we need is that the balls are not going to be just set here. We're going to actually have something that is going to spawn a set number of balls up here at the top in random positions. So our ball is going to become a prefab. We're going to rename it ball. And then we are going to create a new object called, oops, hang on, not an empty one. We're going to make it a, are we going to make it a cube? We better make it empty. We're going to call this the ball spawner. I haven't touched that yet. Wait, you made that. So do you recognize what this is? Because I've been trying to figure out the name of the actual arcade game. It's kind of like Plinko, but it was at Chuck E. Cheese in the late 90s. I'm pretty sure the big purple Chuck E. Cheese guy was heavily featured in the theming of it. Okay, so let's just throw this at 0, 0, 10. Where does that put it? Not in the right spot. I want to kind of put this, yeah, right around there. Right around there. Okay. Mr. Munch. Mr. Munch was my father, please. Yeah, bring it back down to 11. Okay. And now let's scale it. Along the x-axis? No? Wait, that doesn't actually work for anything. It's an empty object. Can you use Python in Unity? I don't know. This is my first day actually doing anything in 3D Unity stuff. I've heard that it is predominantly for C# and JavaScript. Ah. You know what, Al? That seems right. See, I want to make it an area. Maybe I do want to make this a cube. Box collider, but like make it a trigger so it doesn't have actual physics, because then I can set the size of it. Yeah, like this. Okay, and then just a smaller Z size. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, -2 is fine. Okay. Okay, ball. Get rid of ball. Ball is a prefab now. Ball spawner. Here's where we are going to need a new component. So we're going to call new script ball spawner. No, object spawner. We'll just say spawner. My first time using Unity. I guess, okay, I tried it like 5 or 6 years ago, and I had I followed along with the tutorial for like a week, and I was like, I don't get what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna build my own engine from the ground up, and I did, and it was fun. I started just building a whole lot of projects in JavaScript, just raw JavaScript, no libraries, no frameworks, no engines, and I built a lot of different things and learned a whole lot about like what you can get away with in JavaScript. Oh, it's so good. Actually, there was one thing, hang on, let me see. Like, I learned a lot about kind of how much you can get away with in JavaScript. This is the one. All right, so this little thing right here. So this is your, whoa, right, scrolling. Don't want to actually scroll. This is your standard sort of little like, oh, it's a little 2D thing and it moves around, la 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 la. Sure, why not? But what I did was, it's kind of tough to see because of all the like fog going on. There is fake depth being applied here. The idea is that like you're switching between layers, and each layer is slightly offset to create this like parallax effect. my idea with this project was like, what if you could have like an entire game where every level was visible all at once. Here you go. You can kind of see the depth here. What if every level was visible from the beginning? It was just like stacked back, and every time you beat a level, you would just traverse one layer back. My grand idea with it was like, oh yeah, and have like a massive mountain in the background that you're slowly working your way towards. You're getting closer and closer as you go on. You kind of see this big dragon circling a mountain. Like in Donkey Kong 94. How you kept getting closer and closer to the final castle. Basically, my big learning bit there with that project was how do you actually get the most out of JavaScript Canvas? Like without pulling in like actual WebGL stuff and like actually relying on the graphics card like you probably should be doing in the first place. Like what can you get away with just the CPU? And it turns out all you really have to do is make sure that you're pre-baking a lot of the stuff. So like I do not speak language. Hang on. But I can Google. Are you making a probability distribution? No. It is an arcade game from an arcade back in the late 90s called Chuck E. Cheese, where you would a bunch of balls would fall down and you would try to catch them. Aw, Hovercat's getting to see some otters. And the otters came right up to the glass. I'm happy on her behalf because she really likes otters. Okay, ball spawner has script spawner. Put that in our scripts folder. No, I want to, no, give me, there we go. All right, spawner. What this is gonna do is we're gonna grab the, what did we call it? This is we're gonna grab the ball spawner's collider just to get the region. Eggs, otters, and potatoes, turtle. Don't forget the potatoes. Okay, so a box collider. Box collider. We'll call that coal. And then in start, let's see if it picks up on this. It did. Jeez. Now that's not Unity doing that. That's Visual Studio doing that, but that's still very impressive. All right, so every frame. Ooh. All right, we want to know how many to spawn. So we're gonna have private int number to spawn. We're gonna say 30. And then we're gonna say private float seconds between spawn. We're gonna say we're gonna do 5 a second. We're gonna do serialize on both of those so that we can control those from the Unity editor. Update's called once per frame. So once per frame, private timer. So once every update, we are going to increment our timer. Oh wait, time delta. Wait, hang on. You had it there, buddy. Time delta. Okay. Wait, where? Timer? Delta time. Plus equals. Okay. So delta time. So I mentioned earlier that this update function gets called every frame, but we don't know how long it's been since the last frame. The frames may not be steady, and from machine to machine, they may not be at the same rate. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna maintain a timer in this script called timer. And every time timer, it knows. Every time timer is greater than seconds between spawn, we're gonna deduct that from our timer, and then we're gonna actually spawn something. I don't know how to spawn something. Create object? No. Instantiate? Surely they wouldn't. Oh, well, hang on. Instantiate. Clones the object original. Well, no, that's not what I want to do. Object to spawn. Is a game object. Wait, does it have to be capital G? Object to spawn dot create clone. How would clone work if it doesn't actually exist anywhere? Like game object, I feel like refers to a specific object, not for an object type. Well, you know what? Let's try it. Let's try clone. Clone. Oh, then I need a cloner. Fallback. I don't know what a fallback cloner is, so... All right, you know what? I'm gonna Google it. Unity instantiate prefab. All right, so to do that, okay, game object was the correct class up here. That was right. And you just say it, so it was instantiate. Instantiate object to spawn, and then you also pass in a position for a transform. Well, the transform includes the position and rotation. Right? Is that it? Yeah, position and quaternion. So let's just do like this. Vector. So here, let's say vector 3 position. Yeah, let's just use our position for now. We're gonna try that. Big money, big money. Oh, and if we spawn an object, then number to spawn drops down.
Did you hear the one about the structural engineer's first day on the job? It was riveting.
Because you see. Okay, we'd have to tell it what object it's going to spawn. And we want it to spawn ball. That's it. That's really all we have to do. Okay, let's try it. Hi, Jad. Also, let's slow this down to 2.5 seconds. Here we go. It has, hasn't it? Oh, we got one. Oh, we got another. They're landing right on top of each other. Ah, okay. We have a game. We have a game. We have a game. We have a game. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, look at that. It's a real game. Okay. Things are happening. Things are happening. Okay, okay. Let's bring that back to a lower amount. Huge win. All right. Next up, I want it to use the collider as its range of where it can position this object. So, vector 3 position, we're going to use the collider's range. I don't know if there's like a free way that like the code can just do this. Like there's like some kind of one-liner function built into Unity that just does all this for us. So instead, we're just gonna say position.x equals a random value, random dot range. Okay, here we go. Can I get the collider's bounds dot the maximal point of the box? I want the coordinates dot size dot x. This doesn't quite feel right. A success. All right, the box collider. Oh, the box collider has a size, and then the actual transform has a position. So yeah, we do want to take size.x, because that's yeah. So that's 8. So 8 is 4 on either side. 4 on either side. Ooh, so it's gonna be centered. Okay, size.x. That is center. Is there a? All right, hang on. Let me check Unity random point in bounds. How about that? Is there a nice and easy way? Nope, it is in fact exactly what we're about to do. Dang. That's fine, that's fine. We can do that. So something like this. Dang, that is noisy, but I get it. All right, so that's going to just randomly pick a point within this area. So actually, let's make that a little bit smaller, I think. And also, we're gonna need walls. So let's create that. Scale it up, just like that. What's our, let's call that -5. Let's bring it in just a hair. There we go, -4.5. Well, that might get, all right, let's bring it in a little bit more. -4. Why not? We'll overlap the pegs a little bit, but honestly, I'm okay with that. Copy paste to 4. Right wall. Left wall. Go. Oh, it's working. It's doing it. Oh. Uh-oh, they still get stuck there on the edges. Okay, noted. Yes! Okay, they need to get properly deleted at the bottom. Balls. Also, yeah, these are getting stuck. They'll get stuck there too. .25 maybe. Yeah, that's probably good. Meatballs. All right, next up is we need to handle the catching, the actual catching process. So in our catcher, we have our catcher trigger. And that's going to, I guess, hold our scoring system. And you know what we need is we're actually going to need a empty score manager here. That's what we're going to call this. This is a blank object. This is what I'm talking about. This is the weird stuff. It's like everything has a position. Even the score manager, which is just a blob of code, but the game has to keep track of where that code is within the game area. It's like, well, I don't like that. That feels a little bit weird to me. But okay, sure. The score manager lives over here. It's like, does it really need a position? Does it need a rotation? Of course, of course. All right, so we are going to have a new script called Score Manager, I guess. The Score Manager is going to maintain the Score Manager script. All right, assets. Put it in scripts, and then let's edit it. Score Manager, which is going to maintain an object called points. Score, sure. Then we're gonna have void add points. Which is just going to increment that number, and that's it. I don't think we need anything else here. Like, is that literally all it's going to do? Yeah, it's just going to be the go-between. Oh, you know what? We could also... All right, we do need the UI as well, don't we? Okay, so we need to manage text. UI text. Could just use legacy text. Oh, fine. We'll use the fancy Text Mesh Pro. A horse worth of meatballs. Why not? No text. This is also weird to me. This canvas business. All right, canvas scaler. Constant pixel size. Sure. Screen render mode. Sure. Target display. Yeah, display 1. Okay. Constant physical size. Constant pixel size. Yeah, so it's like, depending on the size of the viewport, you get either a larger or smaller window for the text. And that's very weird to me. This music. It's like, hold on now. We know exactly what this music is. Zero points. How do I focus again? I don't remember. Oh, well, whatever. I mean, they did a good job of like really making this sound as close as possible while still being legally distinct from Mario Galaxy. So we can have serialized field, text, mesh, pro, UGUI. Is that it? Which one is it? Let me see if this works. Okay, so the score manager requires text. No, it will not let me do that. Okay. So maybe it is this other. All right, see that part's just straight ripped from Galaxy. Da, 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 da. Okay, then they kind of changed it a bit. There it is. Okay, so text goes in there. Void update score text. This dot. No, I can just say text dot text equals score to string equals score plus score to string. And we'll make sure that we call that whenever the points change. And then we need to actually have somewhere that... Oh, this music's a bop, too. Add points. So we need a script here on the trigger, I think. Or do we instead move the trigger into the score manager? Because we could do it that way. We could say serialized field that there's a trigger, which is a collider. Box collider. Ball score zone. And then fixed update is no. It's on trigger enter. On trigger enter. Other is the object. Other dot game object. Dot. Can I just ask it, like, is it a ball? I mean, I could compare with its name, but that seems like a bad idea. Is prefab? Well, no. Okay, all right, here's how they always have been doing this in the tutorials. Is they specify that ball is on a specific layer. No, it has a tag. Ball. Ball is a ball. And then in the code, they just say, well, if other dot compared stux. If it has the tag, checks the game object tag, gets the defined tag. Yep. Then add points, just one. And also delete. Is it delete? No, is it remove? Destroy? Destroy. Other. I think that's it. Right there. That might be all we need for that. Is we just have to specify that score manager needs a ball score zone, which is this one. That might be it. Let's find out. Is this gonna just work? Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, it didn't delete. And our points are not going up. Wait, pause. You have the tag ball. Okay. Points are not getting added. Debug other dot tag. Can you not do that? Oh, I thought that was how we do it, is debug. Debug.log. Debug.log other dot tag. Let's try this. All right, we're gonna get a lot of messages flowing through, I think. Maybe not. All right, pause there a moment. Pause there a moment. Show me the catcher trigger. Oh. It's right there. Box collider, size of 1. So is it overlapping that ball? It looks like it is. Oh, wait. Is it? Well, it sure does look like it is. Maybe not. Okay. Wait. Right there. Oh, that is it right there. It's that box collider right here. Oh, wait, no. This is the transform. The box collider is this part right here. That's a 111. Yeah. The transform is the big one. But the collider. Can you show me this, please? No. All right, hold on. Let's in the game here. Catch your trigger. Hello? Can you highlight, please? Catcher. Catch your fin, it's there. Catch your fin, it's there. Catch your trigger, is there. What is this square right here? Is that not the collider? Oh yeah. Let's render it. Yeah, it's right there. But I don't think the collider is matching the size of it for some reason. Oh wait, no, that is the collider. That is the collider right there. There's no way they're getting around that. Wait. Is trigger. Oh, wait. This is a score manager on this is not what this is supposed to be. I'm doing the wrong thing here. The on trigger enter needs to be applied to the box collider. Ah, ha. So this needs to be the catcher script here. Put that in scripts. And then put that on the... Okay, catcher script. This is the one that needs the on-trigger enter, but also, this add points thing, that is going to be part of serialized field, score manager. Oh, but it's inaccessible. Whoops. Sorry, wrong button. Score manager, we're gonna make add points a public void so that we can actually add it. And now in the game, here we go. Now we have to say, all right, catcher, here is your score manager right here. And score manager doesn't really need to do anything else, I don't think. Yeah, I was doing this wrong. I don't need the ball score zone. Score manager can just manage score and nothing else. All right, so I think now that is going to be handled properly. Let's see if it does some good stuff. Oh, well. Oh, we're turning them inactive, which is hilarious. So, there, you can kind of see it here. Instead of, wait, is that, what am I doing here with this? When I catch it, it says destroy, but it's still visible. Destroy the other thing if it's a ball. Maybe it's just destroying the collider? That doesn't seem... You know what? That might be it. So instead of that, let's do other.game object. That's probably the trick there. Because we're just destroying the collider, and then it just, like, it no longer has collision, and so it just starts flying through it. All right, here we go. Here come the balls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! Yeah! We're getting scores! Oh no, those are stuck. I'm able to go through walls! Don't worry about it. Points! My meatballs! Bye! Okay, something I'm noticing here is, like, the shadow only seems to render a certain distance. Shadow render distance is the project's quality settings. Oh, good. Oh, good. I was hoping to get to do all this stuff. This is exactly what I wanted to look at. Shadow distance. It says 150. Oh, yep, that's it. All right, well, that's good enough, I guess. Requires some serious hardware. I assume so, yeah. Which, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Because the camera is definitely not 250 away. Camera is like 13 away from the board there, so I don't know what that means. But hey, it works. So, here we go. Background color. How can I mess with my skybox here? How do I mess with my skybox? I guess just by putting a big block behind the skybox. I don't know. Directional light is fine. I don't care. Ooh, what if not perspective but orthographic? And then rotate around the x-axis and the y-axis. Oh, very fun. Very fun. Everybody loves orthographic, right? Sure. Yay! Guys, we did it. It actually works. I mean, it's not much by any stretch. 20. 33 centahorse. One meatball still gets stuck, yeah. So I should probably bring this in a little bit more. See if that does it. Tilt. Give me the meatballs. Oh, skills! To pay the bills. Oh, well, that's not good. Oh, there they go. 23! I'm gonna get so many tickets. I can get a Tootsie Roll. I can get some vampire fangs. That was not bad. That was an hour and a half of work right there. It doesn't look pretty, but it works, and that is important. I mean, I guess technically we should add some kind of like start menu. Frog Gamer. And normally we wouldn't want it to be just kind of floating in the void. And also there's the whole movement thing where the catcher just kind of goes off. So let's see, we want it to go from -2 to 2. Looks like that's right. So let's actually update our player move script ever so slightly. Yeah, this will be fine. Transformed position equals okay, This is how you should do it, I think. It's like new up the whole object. Except this is -2f. That is really ugly. There we go. That should do the bounds right there. A midair. Do a midair. Easy. Hey, we stop at the wall. So just to confirm, nobody actually remembers this game from Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, admittedly, it's a small group. I think there was also some big thing in the middle that was spinning around that added some extra whoa zaniness to it. Let's see here. Do we add like a I guess we can add a thing. I still feel like it looks a little ugly. I'm wondering what I can get away with without actually making like textures. Let's go crazy and add 2 things. No. Board. Nice, I don't know, nice green. Nice smooth green. Throw that on the back panel. And on the walls. Oh, it's beautiful. And see, so the nice thing is now that that texture is applied, we can like change it and it affects everything that uses that texture, you know? Purple. That's a good idea. I like where your head's at. See, I think once you want to actually like throw an image onto this, it's like you have to get into like UV mapping and stuff. I think I'm not 100% sure. Oh, whoops. Right. If the game is running, you can't like any changes you make to the scene get undone. So you have to be careful about that. All right, so now we make a new scene, I guess. How do I make a new scene? Thought that was just gonna be like a nice little like, add new scene. Oh wait, but why does it look the same as my old? No, it doesn't. Does it? Oh, because I'm looking at the game, I guess. Why does it look like I can see the other scene while I'm still looking at the scene? That doesn't make any sense to me. All right, delete this scene. Remove that scene. Scene. File, new scene. Basic, sure. Oh, it was like I was adding a scene to the scene. Wait, what is a scene then? I thought, okay, whatever. Also, where did my other scene go? Where are my scenes? Here are my scenes. Sample scene. Okay, where did the scene I just made go? Wait, is this where I need to go? Create new scene? Oh, that was my music ending. Well, let's go back to... okay, create scene. Menu. There we go. Okay, so now we want to create UI text. How do I, where's focus? Where's the focus? But I thought it was F. But now I'm not so sure. All right, whatever. Oh, also, I guess I should see about target display, display 1. Where do I go to actually set up that, like, the display settings to tell it, hey, I want this to be 1920 1080. Oh, classy. No. No. That stings. Ouch. Ball Catch Pro. This is the name of the game. Six Knives. Oh gosh. That does sound like it hurts a lot. Button. I want a button. Wait, that's Legacy? Oh, here we go. Button Text Mesh Pro. Okay, sure. Play. King Boom Hype. Yeah. What a catchy name, isn't it? Alright, how do I make the button do something? Do I add a component? Navigation. Ooh, automatic navigation. I like that. But where's behavior? Like what to do when button... Oh, here we go. On click. List is empty. On click. On click, do a thing. Wait, what is this? Oh. Is this maybe... I don't even know. Meatball.midair. Unity. Button. On click. Okay. You can give it on click event. It looks like there should be something more to this, but whatever. Okay, so we go to button and we can do, instead of this on click business, we can add a script. Menu handler. And then we have to move it to scripts every time. Okay, so this is the example it's giving me. Boop. Oh, and this needs to be, I need to add UI, don't I? There it is. You know what? We're gonna try it like this. We're gonna see if this works. Object reference not set to an instance of object. Menu handler line 12. Oh, yep. Because button does not have a button? Why doesn't button have a button? It has a script. Oh, because this is a special type of button, maybe? Can you tell me what kind of thing this is? No, it just says that's button. So... What if I did like this? Nope. That seems like a bad idea. It should be able to find the button. Oh, wait. It's doing it this way. Well, that's not what we want. It should be game object dot get component, not this. I think. The button is not buttoning. All right, show me the debug. Yay! Okay, we have a button being clicked. There's probably a much cleaner way to orchestrate this, where you could have all the stuff in a nice, neat handler, but we're not doing that. Instead, we're doing, okay, when you click play, it's gonna do scene manager dot load scene build index. Okay, be careful here. This is where build settings. Add open scenes. Add open scenes. There we go. Menu is first. Sample scene is second. Okay. So when I play the game, it'd be like, okay, here we go. It takes a scene name. Ooh, there's an idea. Look at that. And then it goes. And it's like, all right, here you go. Have fun. Yay. All right. Cool. Yeah, high score is next. Okay, this one I remember there is something called player prefs that lets you store information like between sessions, I think. Is that an object? Player prefs. Oh boy. Unity player prefs. Yeah, but like show me. Wait, can I just use it at any point? I guess I can just use it at any point. So let's just try. I know, right? High score manager could be an object. Where we can store or retrieve high score data. All right. That's my idea. We're gonna have an object called high score man. No. Wait. Why not use the existing score manager to do this? WD. D's, huh? This is where we're gonna. So we're gonna say. No wait, this is menu handler. Score manager. Add points. Okay, so we want to access the player prefs. So you have to do get int or set int. So what we can do, player prefs dot get int, and then we provide it a get int score. So we're gonna use score as our integer that stores our. We'll call it high score. What is that second one? Default value. Okay. Int high score equal height score. If score is greater than high score, then player prefs dot set int high score to score. Okay, so now we can use the add points manager. Every time your score goes beyond the high score, we say high score. Actually, default to 10, so that there's something to beat, you know. And then we're going to also use the score manager to also have I want to have the high score displayable on the main scene. So we're going to make score manager a prefab, which is weird because it's not an object that sort of like exists. It's just like a floating thing. Okay, and now we're going to go back over to our main menu. Dabble balls. Dab balls. Prefab. Now we're going to throw our score manager in here, which normally that is just displaying the current score. But in this case, it's not. And instead, it's going to display the high score. So score manager is going to get another item here, just another serializable item. So we're going to rename this one to current score text. We're going to call this one high score text. Right? Is that what we want to do? Do we just want to do that on an on an every frame update? That doesn't feel right, but also I don't know what I'm doing. Well, that can't be a good idea. Will there be online co-op? Oh, you gotta have online co-op, don't you? Oh, you know what? We should have... Guess we could do this as a static? Alright. Yeah. Alright. It's gonna be a static value, which means if you change it in one scene, it'll change in the other. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna initialize it to the player prefs, which is 10. And then we can compare it and set it right there. And I guess we don't have to do anything here. And then if high score text exists, then okay, this is where I'm kind of fumbling a bit. Okay, so we want to have another text object. Wherever, doesn't matter. All right, we're gonna try this, I guess, and see if this just works. Wait, no, it definitely won't work. Because I haven't told it that this is the one it wants to use for its high score text. Now we're gonna try it. Basically. Oh, hey, all right, we got our high score listed as 10. Then we play a game, and we're gonna get above 10. Our points are no longer incrementing. That's not good. Why are our points not incrementing? Dabbled all over the pegs. Oh, because we changed things around? I guess that's why? All right, sure. Wait, no, go back to other scene. Yes, do save. Okay, so it's gonna start by showing high score of 10. You know what? This is not that tricky to set up as long as you're not doing anything insanely complex. All right, I'm going to try and throw for content here. If I can manage to do that so that I can beat my score later. Okay, 17. Now, it should have saved that to the high score. It did! It did. Hey, look, we have a high score system. There we go. Make it a little bit bigger. No, what I'm building up to is you think about all those absolutely crap shovelware games that are on pretty much any platform, and it's like, wow, I could make those. I could make that kind of junk now. I'm up to that level. I am up to the level of skill that if I had a couple months of time to devote to it, I could probably make something that is at least as good as the biggest piece of crap on the Nintendo Switch eShop, for instance. And that's like, oh, hey, I'm good enough to be on a Nintendo console now. I have the tools necessary. I could make Skunk Bundle. I can make shovelware. Well, okay, there's a key piece missing. There's a key piece missing for making really good shovelware, which is to say really bad shovelware. And that is loading up with a bunch of pre-made assets from the asset store. Better than... that's a good point, Popples. Very good. Sticker for Popples. So let's see. The next piece we need is... we need a quit button. So we're going to add another button here. UI... button... and we're going to make it say... quit. Where is the text for that again? Oh, right. You have to expand it out. And then we have our... all right. Now, surely... there is like a built-in thing where I don't have to do any application.quit stuff. Nope, you do have to. You do actually have to do application.quit in a script. Another Dabble Worlds ripoff. Only HTML, CSS, Java. I mean, honestly, if you got HTML and CSS, if you can get JavaScript under your belt, that is it. Because it really just comes down to, like, at its bare bones level, all you need is a loop that, step 1, update the position of everything, step 2, draw everything. That's it. Run that loop 60 times a second and you're done. Everything else is just details of how to make it easy to change things later. Like, from that point, you can literally just make like Breakout, but without the bricks. Just make a paddle that you move left and right, and a ball that bounces with very basic physics of goes up, comes down with gravity, and then like reflects when it hits the paddle. That's literally it. If you can make that, like, I think that's probably the barest bones game I could think of. Have a left and right final boundary. If the ball hits that, reverse X direction. And that's it. Because you can just make a JavaScript object that has an X and a Y value for its position, a DX and a DY value for its speed. And that's it. That's all you need for that object. And then similarly for the paddle, it just needs to have a position, and I guess you can give it a width if you want to make it configurable, you know, to make it easier to change later. Now all you need is a function that can tell, is the ball hitting the paddle? Yes or no? That's very easy. That's very easy overlap check. Is the ball out of horizontal bounds? Also very easy. Is the left or right arrow clicked? Okay. Now you have to look up, like, all right, how do you manage that with the event handler system in JavaScript? It's not hard. Like, there's tons of sample code, but it's still there. Oh, see, there's your problem there. It's like, all right, there's a lot of steps between can I make a game and, okay, now that I've proven to myself I can make a basic game, now it's, okay, I want to make this thing that's, really in depth. That's where it gets tricky. And that's where you actually have to, like, really nail down what you want to do and how good you want it to be. But I genuinely say, just go for making the smallest game possible that you can think of, just so you can do the full, like, all right, Here's the game loop. Here's how I'm going to lay out objects. And so that you can see what parts of that suck. Like, hang on, when I built this dumb little Pong game, I realized that it got really complicated to manage this and this and this. And then you start to work through those things and be like, oh, that's why this pattern is so commonly used in programming. And that's why people like to do it this way. Because of this problem right here. Aha. I'm learning. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is. Like, what if I just had like a... Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. So what you could do... Where's script? Visual scripting. C# script. So I could call this quit button script. And then basically just rip off this menu handler. Right here. Boom. So what I can just do is say application.quit. And now, if I just throw this script onto a button object, that button will now have the quit. Oh, I can just drag it straight onto here. Oh, and there it is. Okay. I'm getting a feel for... They really want for you to, like, make behaviors... One script is one behavior. In Dabble Worlds, it's typically each object has all of its behaviors, but also like it usually like extends off of some higher object. Like you've got your, I don't know, let's say the Piggle extends off of enemy, which extends off of sprite. And so Piggle does all the things that enemy does, but it also does all the things that sprite does. But in this, it feels like it really wants you to break that out. And so that like each behavior, like, you know, gets destroyed by X, you know, gives Y points. It wants you to put each of those like in its own script and then like throw it onto the object. I think I'm still kind of trying to get a feel for how the architecture really wants things to work. Okay, but that should be a quit button working. Now, the only thing I think we have left is that when the game is over... I need for it to actually end. So, what's our event there? That's probably the ball spawner, right? Oh, Unreal, I might have downloaded it years ago, and then that was about it. Okay, ball spawner is what's going to end our game, I think. Or should I be looking for, are there any balls in the area kind of thing? No, let's just mess with the spawner script. Just so we can be done with it. Okay. Time delta. Actually, you know what we should do is we should figure out how long... About 4 seconds, maybe 6 seconds or so that we give it. Oh, but see, some of these take a long time. I want to do something like if we've run out of balls, if our timer Because our timer keeps going back down to 0 every time we get over the seconds between spawn. But then once that timer gets too far up, then it's like, okay, we're done, right? Timer is greater than 10. Beep. This is gonna, like, send a lot of log messages, I'm sure. See, it's like, presumably what you could do with this is have multiple different boards. Okay, watch for it. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, 10 is plenty. Actually, let's go with 8. We want to do scene manager dot load scene 0. And apparently names are a thing. So if we're doing a for realsies game, we want to come up with some kind of very memorable pattern for how each area is named, so we can very easily switch between scenes without looking up some big spreadsheet or something. All right, so here we go. This should be it. We want to play. High score is 23, and that is stored. Oh, this really is just like how the one at Chuck E. Cheese played, I gotta say. Including the feeling of like, oh no, I could have gotten that one. All right, then it's gonna wait for a bit. Bring us back here. And if we play again, it still works, right? Yep, points goes back to 0. Now, technically, a ball could hit the trigger, like, if somehow it bounced up from the bottom, but I don't think that's possible. Okay, does quit? I guess quit doesn't actually do anything. Is it supposed to? Like, it's got the behavior. Is that only if I, like, build it? Actually, can I export this as a web object? I think we've already got... So, I saw the on-click thing. I'm kind of learning by ear here. So I've created a script that is basically just like, all right, grab the component that you're attached to, and there's your code, application.quit. So your advice is go ahead and use that built-in on-click setup here. So what is this here? So this gives you the options of runtime on. Okay. Yeah, sure. Do it in the editor. I don't care. An object. Huh. Okay, hang on. Unity. On click. Inspector. How do I use this? All right, someone has the exact same idea of like, what the crap am I doing here? Let's see here. An event that inherits off of Unity event. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So I have to inherit, in my script, in my quit button script, I have to make sure that I can inherit off of, so we're gonna try this. We're gonna see if this works. We're just gonna throw this in here. Wait, this doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Hold on. Let's check these other results here. This feels like too many steps for something that's like in the indicator here. Yep. Oh, that's weird. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe that is right. Wait, hang on. Okay, calling custom. Here we go. Calling custom code. You can also just chuck a game object with the quit script component in a game object with. Just chuck in a game object with the quit script component. Oh, weird. So you're saying, okay, so because, so if I created a new object, let's say game object, for instance, and I gave it the quit button script that I wrote, I could now in turn go to the quit button and say, all right, here's this game object, and it would take game object dot quit button script dot what did I call it? Okay, that's not it. Oh, this is all the properties. This is all the properties of that script file or that script object. Function might need to be public. All right, let's just try this without all this junk, because then I think I can skip the step of the game object element here, and instead we say on click quit button script function. Oh no, okay. Unexpected. That seems like that should have worked. Okay. Game object, quit button script, task on click. There it is. So why not? Why does it need to use the object itself? Why can I not give it the script specifically? Why can I not just give it the script straight away and then have it available there? You beat the Celeste map! Congratulations, Pixel. I knew you could do it. Let's see here. Public void. That feels like that is a very like a common behavior function. Make it static. Oh, that's an idea. Because then you don't need an instantiate. You know what? I know it doesn't matter, but I like it this way better. Like then you don't have to instantiate the object, and it's based on the class itself and not that instance of it. So let's see here. Whoa. So let's see. We got our button. Quit button script. And then no, that is not it. Let's see. Unity button click. Let's see. Button on click script. How do you call a function with a button? I mean, basically that. Select the button, add a new entry, drag the game object with the attached script. That seems like, yeah, that's the same thing. Okay, that seems... So you'd have a placeholder object that is basically button behavior container that's got all your different scripts attached to it. And then you can like, all right, so we don't want this. Remove that. And then you would add the button behavior container and then say, in quit button script, I want to have that task. That feels so weird that there's that one extra step. Also, I don't know if that's supposed to work while I'm in the editor or not. Application.quit maybe just doesn't have an effect within the editor. First solution probably worked. Application quit is ignored when running the game in play mode in the editor. Ahaha. Well, there we go. Can you put the script on the button game object So that's what I did initially. Is I basically just had like, hey, when this button is loaded up, find the attached button object, and then add a listener for this task of quit, and that does work. But I was wondering about I was wondering about this, like this built-in on-click panel within the inspector. Because it's like, oh, that's weird. It feels like I should just be able to put the script right there. And then run the function directly. Oh, wait, we have an error. Oh, yeah, we can actually take that start out because we're doing it this other way now. Yeah, I mean, this feels clean enough just to have a behavior container for all the button logic, and then you can just like throw them all in that. I guess that's one thing I've seen in Unity is like there's a billion different ways to do things, and none of them may be the right way. Like in some of the tutorials that I've been watching, I watched someone do something that is like very straightforward in a vanilla JavaScript engine. It's like, hey, I want to detect if this. And it's like, all right, so what you want to do is you want to put a teeny tiny collider right here. And I'm like, wait, that can't be right. That can't be right. I should attempt to do things the wrong way. That's what we do here. Okay, guys, I think we did it. So let's see. I think a little bit off stream, I'm going to look into actually like seeing if I can export this properly to something that maybe I can throw on the website just as a like, hey, look, we did it. We learned, we did a very dummy little Unity game. Now we can see if we can make a for realsies Unity game someday. And nobody remembers this from Chuck E. Cheese, apparently. This was my favorite game at Chuck E. Cheese. Dabbleballs race. I'll never beat 23. Vaguely like this. I mean, it was a specific thing going on with it. Don't remember anything specific from Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was pizza, but I couldn't tell you for sure. All right. I'm gonna close out my 50 tabs here. The Rodentia. Yeah, that was what? A little less than 2 hours. We'll say 2.5 to add in all that fiddling around with button stuff. This is a good foundation. We're learning the ins and outs. That was basically my first time getting into Unity. I've basically been spending the last week or two just watching tutorials without actually opening it up. Just because I really wanted to get like, okay, this is Collider, this is Rigid Body. They're separate, they're unique. I think the thing I'm kind of most excited about is like built-in, like easily drag and droppable UI elements like buttons, because you guys may not realize it, but Moonrover its UI is built on rubber bands, paper clips, and a prayer. Like, it is not well built. The UI was kind of thrown in at the finish line. Like, all right, we need a menu system. Moonrover has to have buttons to click. The system is not well designed. Mostly because of like the little animations that when the buttons kind of like come on screen, they're actually clickable as they're coming on screen, and that can really screw with some stuff. I shouldn't have made that possible, but whatever. That was years ago. We don't have to worry about our mistakes from years ago coming back to haunt us. All right, I'm done with Unity for today. That was it. I don't know when Little Toadette is getting dropped off, so I think I'm just gonna play Mario Maker until she gets here. We're gonna do some more level grinding. Everyone who came out for game development, this concludes the game development. you're welcome to hang out and talk game development stuff, because I do like to nerd out about that. Thanks for the game. We did it. All right, now we can switch over to big scene here. And also